Die Europäischen Literaturtage sind entstanden aus
The idea of the European Literature Days was based on the European Internet platform ReadMeCC, which from the very start pursued a particular goal, and that is to discuss literature and its framework conditions in Europe, crossing linguistic and cultural borders, and to promote and to change the way literature is translated, bridging the barriers of language and differing concepts of culture. We have taken this to the next level by shaping this annual event, where international writers and experts meet to exchange their views, into the culmination of an ongoing activity throughout the year, with partners from many European countries who help us analyzing the trends and developments, but also the innovations in European literature and the publishing world.
In this chapter, halfway through the book, the family has just moved to Shanghai, China. It's 1993 and hardly the booming modern city we know of today.
I've been really grateful for the European Literary Days because it presents an opportunity to move from questions and concerns that come during the course of your writing, alone at a desk in the solitary nature that all writers face, and to really debate and consider those questions in a dialogic manner with other writers and other journalists, and to think about the ways that you arrived at those conclusions yourself, and to think about how others might consider them, and how that in turn shapes your own thinking and future writing.
Rainer Moritz aus Hamburg, and one of the most wonderful things I think about Germany and its literature are the literature houses, and here we have a great example of a director of a literature house.
I like the idea of founding a European literature house here in Spitz on the Danube very much. It offers a unique opportunity to bring together topics that are discussed on a national level by writers, literary agents and publishers, and to discuss them here together, because I believe that all those debates, whether they concern book sales and distribution, topics surrounding European literature, well, they should no longer be held on a national level. They are jointly reflected upon here in Spitz at the European Literature Days and in the European Literature House, and writers will embrace this idea. It will keep evolving, and this is why the Literature House Hamburg didn't hesitate to become part of this.
So what makes the European Literature Days special? There are lots of conferences, meetings, festivals. What makes it special is that you talk about literature and you talk about the things that surrounds literature and its relation, the relation between the two. This is pretty unique, actually, and to gather in a small place like this, where you have to encounter each other, people coming from the Balkans, from Scandinavia, from Brussels, from London, from Hamburg, that is the encounter that can make a European identity arise.
I think I might do this interview in English. We'll need an interpreter anyway, because unfortunately Yuri doesn't speak German and not much English, but I will try to make sure that the conversation remains as lively as possible. The Literature Days in the Wachau region are very, very important, because at the end of the day, this is not about open events, but about an encounter between writers from different countries. And lately, writers, in Eastern Europe in particular, have played a more important role than politicians, because the people trust writers more than politicians. And such an exchange of views is absolutely relevant to me personally, because it allows me to see what kind of role writers want to play, for instance, in the Austrian or in the German society.
The most important thing for me coming here to Spitz and to the centre of Europe, if you like, as a journalist and as a presenter, and as somebody who works with literature and the arts all the time, is to meet people from all over Europe and to engage with the ideas and to think, how can we in the UK also engage with this same intensity and depth which I'm encountering here. It's an absolutely fantastic, mind-blowing time for me to be able to really think about all my ideas, all my work, and somehow to try and take it back to the UK and to have similar conversations back there. It's been great. A real kick up the backside.